fellas, what's going on? Okay, just a quick one. Let me turn down the AC so you can hear me. All right, just a quick video here. Quick message. So, semen retention is an act of self-respect. It's an act of self-love. The alternative to such a practice would be, unless you're married, would be fornication and masturbation. You're either doing that, or you're married, or you're doing semen retention. I don't see a fourth option. So, semen retention as an act of self-respect. So really what's going on here is that we are, not only are we cultivating, pranic energy, chi energy, life force energy, energy that translates into, energy that you can utilize to think and act, energy that translates into real world action. It's also, there's a metaphysical and a spiritual component to this as well. And it has to do with your energy. So if you have true self-respect, you will respect your own energy and the way that you are using it or not using it. So we could look at this sort of like, on an energetic level. You could think of it like you have a bank account of energy. You have like a store of energy. And this is true on a really practical level, because let's say if you get a really good night's sleep, you wake up and you've got more energy, right? You cultivated energy through that act of rest. Everything shuts down, and now your body is energized by that. Same thing happens if you eat really nutritious foods, or you get in the sunshine. Or you take a cold shower, ice bath, things like that can, there's a noticeable effect on your energy level. Also, similarly, there's other things that will drain your energy, and you'll notice that too. So if you do a really good workout, for example, anybody experienced with exercise has noticed this, there's overtraining, but then there's that sweet spot where you get it just right, where actually by exercising, you feel more energy, So you can cultivate energy through exercise as well, or you can overtrain and you can deplete yourself as well. There's a fine line there. So when it comes to respecting our energy as a man that is on this path of celibacy, it's going to extend out into other areas of your life. So you're going to realize how sacred that energy really is, and how you really don't want to waste it in other ways, because not masturbating is just one way of keeping our energy where it belongs, let's say. So other ways that we can sort of spill our energy haphazardly, unwisely, is by arguing with people, or arguing with ourselves even. Sometimes we get in these like thought loops where we're thinking really hard, and you might even like find yourself like, it's like you're exerting energy. You're just sitting there like thinking about a problem, and it's like it's costing you energy when you could just relax everything, let go of that, and you're more likely to find a solution in that relaxed state than you are when you're trying really hard. So that's one way. Another way is just if somebody bothers you, somebody upsets you, triggers you, whatever. This happens a lot online. There's so many trolls out there, especially if you're somebody that's, making content, whatever, you're being authentic about it too, People are gonna probably hate on you at some point, or if you're somebody that, gets into comment threads on other people's accounts. You've all been there, right? There's a way that people out there, there's people that like to get a rise out of you. So protecting and respecting your energy means that you're not going to let these people get a rise out of you. So for example, let's say if I went in, it's a funny example, just popped into my head. I like to do a lot of stuff barefoot. I really like to walk around barefoot. And when I go into stores, because, some places will kick you out if you're not wearing shoes, I'll just wear socks. For me, it's a matter of I get better posture. My mechanics are better. It's part of my physical therapy too, rehabbing from an injury, just to be barefoot more, because, shoes are like foot prisons, and they kind of mess with our posture, and it's something I care about. It's just one of my little things. Anyways, sometimes when I go to the store in my socks, I might get, harassed about it. Somebody might tell me to put on shoes, which is whatever. It's not nearly as bad as remember when we were all had to do that. I was somebody that wasn't playing that game, and I got so much harassment for that. And it was kind of a training ground for me, because at first I get worked up and I'd end up like in shouting matches with people, because they would come and just scream at me, and I'd be like, activated by that, and I'd go into some form of like anger, and I get proud like a lion, and I'm like, you do not talk to me like that, and I might get, but what happened is I'd notice I walk away from that situation and I felt kind of like drained energetically. So if somebody's gonna like do something like that, or you get pulled over, you get a ticket, whatever, this kind of stuff, the practice here is that don't let that drain your energy. This is all stuff, you can think of these things as spiritual attacks that are really designed for you to waste your energy. So the goal here is just to stay totally calm, man, and no matter what's going on around you. If somebody is harassing you, calling you names, like you just don't respond, you just stay calm. And better yet, you could respond to hatred with love. Then not only are you not wasting your own energy by engaging in that lower vibe behavior, but you're actually going to cultivate energy. If somebody wants to mess with you, throw hate your way, if you can actually and sincerely, you're not faking it, it's not lip service, it's real, you can sincerely respond to that with love, pray for that person, respond to them in a way that is, genuinely like you have compassion for their situation. You understand that, anybody that's hating on somebody else is suffering, and you see them as a suffering person. You have compassion, and maybe you offer them something positive in response to their negativeness. So if we can get into that practice, you guys, that is going to expand our energy. We're gonna leave those situations with more energy than we went into them with, instead of less. So just wanted to hop on here and talk about that with you guys. Something that really matters, and it's really helpful on the SR journey, you guys, is because things are gonna change. Things are gonna change when you make this big of a life shift. And we got to acclimate to the new altitude that we're at, because you do this, you elevate, and you got to acclimate to that altitude, and you got to start getting really conscientious about your energy, where it's going, whether that's productive use of it or not. So stay productive, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay loving, stay grounded. And with that, I'm going to make a left turn, and I'll see you guys later.